As I sat down this morning, June 2nd, 2020, prepared to film an interview with Eleanor Roosevelt, I realized that the words and wisdom of Eleanor Roosevelt are relevant to much of what we're going through today. She has many famous quotes that motivated her generation and can continue to motivate the world today. One of which is, "No one can make you feel inferior without your own consent." I realized that asking questions about where and when she met President Franklin Delano Roosevelt would have been easy but not meaningful. I found that motivation when I read her quote, "You must do the thing you think you cannot do." So instead of an interview, I have decided to turn the words and wisdom of Eleanor Roosevelt into a public service announcement. Honestly, had I not been given the opportunity to research the former First Lady, I wouldn't have a clue who or what she stood for. So today, living in the midst of a national pandemic and protests and riots fueled by racial tension in 2020 America, I am motivated by the life of Eleanor Roosevelt. Eleanor Roosevelt made an impact on America during her lifetime, and I find it ironic that she was dealing with similar issues 100 years ago. As a woman, Eleanor Roosevelt did not want to lose her independence. Instead of losing her independence, some view her as one of the most influential First Ladies in our history. She felt that for our own success to be real, it must be contributed to the success of others. During her lifetime, Eleanor Roosevelt worked with many organizations. She worked to enhance women's rights, education, political, racial, and social justice. Today, we should all be motivated by her words. Do what you feel in your heart to be right. For you'll be criticized anyway. I hope that during my lifetime, we can find a way to end racial tension and be blind to the color of a person's skin. I will leave you with the words of her most famous speech, "The struggle for human rights." Freedom for our people is not only a right, but also a tool. Freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of information, freedom of assembly. These are not just abstract ideals to us. They are tools with which we create a way of life in which we can enjoy freedom.